The Ministry of Information, Media and Broadcasting is hosting its first ministerial mansa kunda town hall in 2025. The town hall offers the public a unique opportunity for face-to-face interactions with ministers and senior government officials, allowing them to ask questions about the state of the nation. In addition to the guest minister, other cabinet ministers joined the gathering in solidarity, demonstrating the government's commitment to transparency and accountability. This latest edition attracted most high-profile government officials to date, as the Vice President made his first mansa kunda appearance along with 3 other cabinet ministers. The Minister of Justice, Dauda A. Jallow, began his engagement with a highlight of the ministry's mandate detailing the functions of units, directorates and departments. This followed the first question of the night from the Minister of Information, Dr. Ismaila Ceesay, on government's commitment to transitional justice.
The political will, I'll only quote my boss, the president. He said his political will in ensuring that the transitional justice is implemented and it reaches its logical conclusion is 100% plus. And I could attest to that commitment as the minister in charge of implementing overseeing the transitional justice process. I haven't seen any instance where he individually even raised concerns to me as to what I am doing in the area of transitional justice. He is not happy. He completely left it to us to implement it as it is.
The Ministry of Justice developed an implementation plan with an estimated budget of $150 million for the full implementation of the 263 recommendations of the TRRC. Government's ambitious target is a full implementation of the recommendations by December 2027. Ida Person, Special Advisor of the Ministry of Justice on Transitional Justice, explains steps thus far.
But as of last year, May 2024, we have been informed that 16 out of the 263 recommendations have been fully implemented. 192 of the 263 recommendations are ongoing. And that's very important. 192 of 263 are ongoing. And it's only 55 recommendations that have not commenced yet. Now, I know everybody wants this to start and end, but at the end of the day, we're talking about building a nation. It's not a checkbox exercise. When we talk about reforms, when we talk about the witch hunts, for example, going into communities, talking about these issues, changing mindsets, really, I mean, this is going to continue for quite some time.
In a second attempt to bring about a new constitution for the Gambia, last month, the Minister of Justice tabled the 2024 draft constitution before Parliament, presenting an update from the rejected 2020 draft. The Justice Minister answered a question on whether the build-up to this followed consultations with political parties in the Gambia.
These were facilitated by international reputable organizations, and the political leaders who participated in those various consultations are still alive. They're here. So whatever they discussed to agree, because the Constitution was projected in a screen like we are here, and they were going through the Constitution clause by clause as political leaders to agree, to disagree on various clauses of the Constitution without any interference from us. And a report emanated from that. Now, these are some of the reports that were submitted to Cabinet with the 2020 draft.
The Attorney General also addressed what is both a concern and question on delays affecting court cases in the Gambia.
Another major factor that causes cases to delay in the Gambia is the judiciary is working under very difficult situations. Court proceedings in court in the Gambia are still recorded by longhand. They use their pen and paper to write proceedings. So imagine if you go to court, you put a witness in the box, and everything that witness said, the judge have to write it with his or her hand, or the magistrate have to write it with his or her hand. How many witnesses can you hire in a day between 8 and 4? You are human. So those are, and I can go on, there are so many factors that contribute to cases being delayed. In civil matters, that's another thing, but still the same factors will be involved. In civil matters, you may have 2 lawyers who are all private lawyers opposing each other. You still have the court there. You still have witnesses. So still the same stakeholders can contribute to the delay, but also the infrastructure situation of the judiciary itself can contribute to the delay. So what do we do about it? We are working on digitalizing the judicial proceedings.
The state of draft legislations at the Ministry of Justice relating to security sector reforms prompted a question from a journalist. Minister Jallow provided updates, noting that the process involves various stakeholders and the ministry has been engaging with all concerned parties. He also revealed the government's plan to construct a new prison, stating that the Mile 2 Central Prisons is not suitable for incarceration. The next mansa kunda is in 2 weeks and will feature the Minister of Tourism and Culture. Momodou Lamin Choi, GRTS News.